And here we are again in Mortal Empires. It took a little bit to get in today. Things seem a little laggy. We've gone from pouring rain one day to snow. So things are a little wanky. Come on. Yeah, everything's really slow today. And I mean, and you know how um, things work perfectly fine. You go to the forums, somebody else was having a hard time, and you say, well, yeah, I'm not having any problems. And then suddenly you have problems? It's almost like, somebody in control of the DRM says, give him some issues. That's why I don't like that stuff, because you really don't know. So this is our little empire here. Wow, we're having some fights down here. Little bits over here. Chaos did arrive, and they arrive up in here, and they're probably beating a tar out of everything over here because I didn't go up here and do anything. That's okay. Let me wake up here, have a sip of coffee. Okay, where are we? Oh yeah, don't worry, I will. Okay, so we're gonna start off in the south. We had to go over here and beat on that guy.
Let us begin.
I think we were ready for a turn there, weren't we? Yeah. Huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's right on over here. You might take Camry away from me and I'll take it back. No big deal. No big deal. And good morning to everyone on this lovely Sunday. As you could see in the Unreal stuff, I was mucking around with driving stuff, and someone seemed interested in that, and I kind of like doing that too, you know. And the neat thing about doing a driving game is, yeah, you can set up a thing where you have time-lapse stuff, but you can also make huge maps and just make scenery and beautiful things for people to just drive through, you know. And that's not a bad idea either, you know. And I can make levels for stuff like that forever, you know. I can just keep going and getting better at it. And the guy that asked a question about it, right? His computer setup, guys, is amazing. He showed me a video of his like YouTube setup. I was sitting there going, I was drooling while I'm watching this stuff, right? I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. That's the dream right there. But anyway, yeah. And for new YouTubers, I suggest watching this video. And he goes through products too that people can use for different things and why he likes them, right? And he'll show other products too. And the thing is, when it comes to that angle of things, you got to remember that that's a bit subjective, right? That's a thing, right? I might like something he don't, as far as a controller or something, right? I used to have one. A guy, my first roommate here was. Let me put it this way. My dad's riding partner's son. It was like the two sons of of whatever living together for a little while. He ended up getting married and moving out. And let's see here. He gave me his PlayStation 3, and at the time I didn't really, I had lots of games on my PC, and there's another couple that was here, and I thought, well, maybe I'll give it to them. They're younger and stuff like that. Oh, what a foolish thing. Never give young kids stuff like that. They just go and sell it for whatever. Anyhow, so yeah, I used to have a controller, and I gave it away kind of thing, and I shouldn't have done that. Because some games that I've been given, see, while Brothers really screwed me around for, the slave labor they were bringing into Canada, okay, and screwing me out of a 3D business, okay, which I had investment for by the city of Peterborough, Ontario, or would have had. Um, yeah, they've been giving out lots of games and things like that. Like they gave out the Lego stuff. I got Lego Lord of the Rings. I've got the Lego Batman stuff. Like they're fun games. Don't get me wrong, but they are designed 110% not to be used on a PC. It's the controls are too wanky on a PC to, like, keyboard wise, and this is one of the problems I have with games that are crossplay. It's the only issue I have with things that are crossplay. If the if you don't design a control scheme for a PC game to run as a PC game, while also allowing, some kind of control setup for the console people, which is actually extremely difficult, by the way, then it's going to be no fun for the PC user. Okay, and that's one of the issues I have with that. So, well, I could probably do some crossplay stuff. That will be something that I'll have to see whether I end up liking it. Right? It's one of those things where it's still fun to play with multiplayer and stuff like that. But this is the thing, right? I'm one of those guys that proves, okay, that single player is still viable. I didn't buy Total War Warhammer so I could play against other people. I didn't buy Elite Dangerous to play with 50 people, right? I didn't buy Avorion originally to play with other people. I buy games that I can enjoy first off for my own self, right? And then I could carry on from there, right? And it wears off. Sometimes you don't feel like playing with 50 million people, and sometimes you don't have a PC that can keep up with everybody either. The fact that I'm able to play this game, do all this stuff with Unreal, okay, it's shocking, okay. I can't stress enough how much of a potato this graphics card really is, okay. that I can make things look that way is part, like, especially in the cinema. I can do all the big boy cinematics, okay. I can do it all. The problem is it's going to take me literally 20 times longer than average. So for you guys to understand that would be me sitting here twiddling my goddamn thumbs doing nothing. Try it. Try just turning on your computer and letting it do something for 2 hours while you sit there doing nothing. Yeah, right, eh? You wonder why I'm so half crazy. Anyway, this is where, I had another PC. I ended up I had some bad roommates at one point. They drove me so nuts. I ended up taking a computer, putting it over at the other side of the room, taking a hammer and smashing it, just to let people know that I'm not somebody you want to mess with. All right, and then they leave you alone. They go, "Oh, he does have it in him. Oh, you better leave that one alone." That's the thing, right? Sometimes you're poor and you don't live in the best areas of life, but you know you deal with it. It's a good thing it was an old Pentium computer, you know. But I was just using that toy as something you put Windows XP on, you know, or throw you know, a server on or whatever, right? Something old and crappy. You don't need graphics and everything else on it. But that's what you do, eh? You go get a chunky old second crap computer and you just sit there and you know, play a video game while things do stuff, and then it's not so mind bending. But yes, jeez, weather here has been so crappy. I think I don't know if I've got a cold or it's just the weather that's messing with me. Where is this woman? All right. Time to kick your head in there, lady. Yeah. Yeah, this woman wants equality, right?
Impossible!
For the wisdom of Valea. Drang them!
Smack her in the brains. I don't care. Kill.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
Got a grudge with them, eh? You know, kicked her crud out the back. Camry's getting it next.
Summon me if you dare.
Watch this shit. See, he's running away now.
We march.
I'll go here. I'm just making sure you can't run away, you little numpty.
Onward.
Come on.
Let us be about this.
It usually does a little circle thing there, but I guess not. Come on. Jeez, everything waggy today. What's this one? Oh, you can move? Keep going.
Beijing belts.
Took him out. I'm gonna attack him there. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh God, I hate this game some days.
My axe thirsts for war. Thirsts for war.
Okay, where am I over there? Let's have a look at what we're doing up here.
Unto glory for the ancestors.
Got a bit of a Skaven war going on in the east here. Which is fine.
Time for a reckoning.
Let that go. Bring.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Bring. This army. This way.
Move!
We march with McCrag. Whoops, what I just knock over? Jeez, throat. And good morning to everybody. Fine day. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. I can't wait to see what Warner Brothers' first movie choice is via this artificial intelligence they've put in charge of greenlighting movies. That's going to be hilarious. Having a machine tell me what the hell to watch on television will be the freaking day. Okay? You remember old John Connor? You know why they killed him off in the Terminator movies? Because he hates machines. Machines can't have that, can they? That's funny. I was like, what? When I read that, I was like, yeah, those pricks at Warner Brothers are real assholes. Instead of giving someone an actual job to do that, they think that giving a machine that job will be better because they don't have to pay it. And this is why I'm telling everybody you should not watch anything that's DC related, anything that's related to Warner Brothers. You should not buy any of their video games, nothing. Okay? These people need to go completely out of business. They're the most evil Hollywood creation ever. You think Disney's bad? Okay? You think anything in Hollywood's bad? Warner Brothers is probably half of the cause behind it. And if you think I'm wrong, remember this. They owned MGM, which went bankrupt, despite having 10 years of Stargate SG-1, the James Bond franchise, and Ghostbusters, I think it was. Okay? These people take money from these franchises and destroy things. Okay? They're turning James Bond into something that's no one's going to want to watch. No man wants to watch that. None. Okay? I'm sorry, but part of the James Bondness is that I'm James Bond. So when you're seeing James Bond up there, you're pretending that you're him. Okay? I'm not pretending I'm some woman, okay? Sorry. That's not how that works, they're Warner Brothers. And it's the same thing that Hollywood has this problem with right now. And you got to remember, okay, Warner Brothers also was in charge at the time when the Weinsteins were doing their little, da-da-da-da-do. And you can bet your money that Epstein and friends were somewhere involved back in there. And that's why, let it go bankrupt and destroy all the records, get rid of all the evidence. Let's blah, blah, blah. It's like that guy did at the award ceremony. He went and called them all a bunch of perverts, and that's exactly what they are. Jeez. They make money from lying to you. That's what an actor is. They should never be allowed to hold office because you can't tell if they're telling you the truth or not. Yep. It's the truth.
Let us begin.
And here's another one for you. And I'll say this, and I just want to get this off my chest and my brain cells while I'm here. One needs to remember, okay, that most of the time, when a woman is put in charge of a company that was run for years by a man, okay, it's nothing to do with equality. It's nothing to do with what do you call it? Gender equality and all that. Most of the time, what's going on here is no guy wants the job because there's something wrong. Okay? And he doesn't want the negative put with him. Okay? And most of the time the ladies can weather that because, hey, I'm a female and I can get away with it. Alright? One needs to remember that when they look at Yahoo. Okay? I used to talk to the owner of that company, okay, before it went public or whatever, and I'd chat with their webmaster and stuff. And when things started going a little tiny bit south, he decided to take the company public, and that's when, things went not quite as well, and he decided to sell the company, and then, things went worse after that because bad decisions by the board. Couple of those, and suddenly there's a lady in charge, and she drove the company right into the bloody ground. And if you look at things, okay, you'll see that it's very rare to get a Margaret Thatcher that actually can do things. And I would even argue that she took Britain in the wrong direction, started that. And that was all the Bush era, all those types. Anyway, not to say that there aren't capable women of doing the leadership roles and everything else. I just think that it's like two different types of brains. One is more emotional, and one is less emotional, right? Most of the time. Like I know some ladies that would be perfect to run YouTube. I just don't know if a woman that admits she just gave a bunch of guys her garage to run a company is the person that should be running YouTube. I have this issue with that. Okay? You know? Honestly, man. Your garage? This is really, you know... and look at what this company is now, right? I don't... and they're still... and they're still collecting data on kids, and they're still collecting... data on everybody, and they're not doing anything to really mitigate COPPA in a sense, right? And there was a kid in the UK that got trouble with COPPA, I guess, right? So there goes his account. You know, you won't get fined or nothing, but still. I mean, I don't understand what you collecting data on me would be harmful on me. Okay, I just go ahead and do it, okay? Because I'll give you all kinds of fake data if you want to as well. I do that regularly, right? Kronos Chiron is not my real name, all right? This is just for everybody to, you know, it's just a nickname I've had since, '94, which was Kronos, okay? Everyone was making god names back then in our little group of friends. I thought, well, you know, I'll be something bigger, and I thought the Titan god sounded even more impressive, right? And little did I know that there was actually a god Kronos from an earlier Greek time, and fit the bill a little better, okay, to represent my brain cells. I mean, at one point there, some Muslims thought I was Muslim, invited me to some website, and I was checking this out, and it was looking like some kind of bloody terrorist thingy. Yeah, that's why I know that, you know, there's some really stupid people in this world, okay? I don't condone that, never have, never will. No one should be going around hurting anybody. There should be no reason for any of this stuff. You know, I don't get too political all the time or anything, but I'm anti-political, okay? In my opinion, I think all the politicians are just bought and paid for by the corporations now. So why vote? Why vote, man? Why you know what? And here's my attitude towards that. The second that 50% plus one does not vote in the election, it means that the majority of people are actually casting a vote, not that every candidate is not worthy to hold office and thus should not be allowed to hold office. Okay? That's the way I see it. And they fear that. They fear that, guys. They do. They don't want anyone having the power to say that. That's why they court these 1% gay people, or 1 to 3% of the gay people, the trans people, and then they keep adding people to that. Okay, that's why. That's the reason that politicians court that. Okay, it's all about their money and power. It's got nothing to do with the actual people and their reasons. Okay. And once the communities of those small bits realize that they're being used, okay, that's when things will get a little more wised up, okay? And it'll take time because, you know, they're going to go and they're going to be thinking, Yay, got more rights, got more this, got more that. And meanwhile, it meant nothing. It's all just paper. It's all just paper. You're now welcome to the rest of the humanity. Okay, you get nothing, and they take it all. It's hilarious, man. Maybe I'll move this guy can move through there better.
Summon me if you dare.
Neither.
Yes. My axe thirsts for war. Forwards. Summon me if you dare.
These two guys, eh?
Beards in belts.
Builds and belts. Yeah. And a lot of the time, you don't realize this stuff till later in life, eh? When you're younger, you just float along and just go with what everyone else is. It's easy to follow, eh? Once you start realizing that you don't have to follow everybody and to get along in life, that's where things really start to change. I gotta start conquering some places and getting some monies. Mamas are getting too big.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Okay, this guy's sneaking along over here.
Let us be about this.
It'd just be about this.
You know who I am.
Who are you? Who the are you?
The dwarfs need me.
Ooh. I like these guys. They got funny looking hairdo. It's like the dwarves are like the punkers of the video game. Yeah, that's it. Can we get helicopters here yet? No. When do we get helicopters? I want helicopters. 2 turns. Okay, we'll let that go then. What?
How can I help? I'm leaving.
Yeah, get in there, dummy. Giving. I see a guy that hasn't moved either. What's going on here?
Time for a reckoning.
Come on, don't do that. Get this out of the way again. Here we go with this menu stuff. Okay, take it.
We march.
River Craig!
To battle.
There
Spare me! I shall walk stone!
we go. Yeah, it's gotta be public order, boys. Public order. Where is it? Going to be a hard area to keep in control of because okay, now this army,
The axe thirsts for war.
maybe I should take him. Okay, what's his public order here at? Come on. If he leaves, it's going to drop a little. Okay, but
Let us begin. One rug. Move.
yeah, I'll put him in there for a bit until I sort this. That should help it.
To war.
Yeah, -1. There we go. Okay. Lizardmen to the far south. Yeah. Oh, I'll jump in. I almost forget about the chat there, too. Yes, 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 yes. Good morning, all. There was 2 viewers there. Anyway, yeah. So as far as the development of things is going, I'm going to slow down on things a little bit. Um, it's kind of a weird month for me too. Organizing things and getting people involved and stuff always takes time, and you get people that want to do things that don't really, want to do anything, kind of thing. And it's like, oh boy, they just want part of the fame or whatever the heck they're doing. I don't know. But I will be, I'm just going to be practicing and doing stuff at level design and level making for a while, and focusing on that, because the rigging end of things is such a bloody mess as far as a lot of things is concerned. Okay, it's just one of those things where the people that have that knowledge are 99% of them are jerks that don't want to share it unless you pay them stupid amounts of money. And the stuff that's free is going to take a while to develop into it something good enough that everyone can use it, which it's happening, but slower than it should, just because some people don't get the help they need, right? It'd be nice if Jim Cruby had more friends to help him out, like the fact that there's, and you can see, and if you want to see what I'm talking about, go look at these Blender guys that do tutorials and watch how many of them give away a free tutorial on rigging. Go on, go have a look, and you'll see none of them do it. Okay? And what Blender did was disgusting, and it's still disgusting. Okay? Here's a tutorial, everybody, but the practice rig that we're showing you here, you can't get it because you have to go to a website, a third-party website here, and pay. And then we'll give it to you. And then when I complained about that, they said, "Oh, in a week it'll be free," and it's still not free. Okay? So here's all this money from Epic to go do neat things, but don't share. You understand why I'm still pissed at the Blender people? Okay, like it's like a little gated community of morons that's running things over there that isn't sharing. Okay, and that one I think it was Blender Guru. I'm not sure of the nickname or whatever his name is. This guy went on an open rant. Okay, he went on a rant about open source. Okay, well, if you don't like open source, go pay for Maya, a subscription. Okay, and if you're angry that Unreal bought Quixel, well then maybe you should have been saving up all that money that you've been getting from textures. The guy's making money from textures. You know what he is? He's a convenience store. Okay, he's the Max Milk of whatever, and the whole point is, if you do the work yourself, you'll save money. So, I said it before, most of these guys are just absolutely shitheads at marketing. Absolute. They whine about not having enough money, yet if they had a brain cell, they'd be marketing themselves different and getting into more collaborative things with fellow creators and doing things that is neat and cool and building up themselves. They'd have 1 million subscribers. They'd be doing little short TV things. They'd be doing these little, instead of just doing the bare minimum to make a few bucks here and there. And then you find out that they're working for someone else. Well, that's, so you're not making any money, eh? Well, then go get a better job. Jesus Christ, I mean, I hate lazy people. I really do, man. I really do. And that's what it is. It's some people that have got all the subs, got all the things, and now they're just riding on the coattails. They just sit back and coast, right? And they hoard knowledge and information against you to progress yourself. That's why I show off all this free stuff, okay? I want you to see what a game developer plays with, okay? And the big kicker here is Epic Games has made everything that I show you, it's either been free for at a time or it's permanently free. And you can use it in a commercial fashion, okay? All these guys that were sitting there raging against, you know, they're like, I'm a gamer too. I'm a gamer first, right? So all these guys that were raging against Epic, I was sitting there gathering all this stuff to play with and make my own bloody entertainment. So it's like this. If Epic was such a bad place, right? And they're giving away all this free stuff, you could have taken all the free stuff and just not bought any of their stuff. Yeah, okay. Lizard people are okay. And that was part of the whole laugh. You know, it's just, that's why you don't see much of that anymore. Okay, you don't see it.
Welcome, friends of the Dowie.
What's this one want? Non-aggression. All right, we'll allow that to live. It's just being nice. So take anything that's not whatever over here. Now I can focus on this area, and up around over here where these, oh yeah, you're dead. Well, they're trying, eh? More fights. I'd say this war for the Tomb King lands is just about over now. Smuck! And we'll go another hour or so, and then we'll get back into mucking around in that level. I got to set up the Quixel Bridge thing again. I'm gonna go for the effort of doing that again now that I've reinstalled 4.24.1, and I went and downloaded, just to give you an idea how much BS this is if it doesn't work. I went and downloaded 10 gigabytes of assets last night. You know what they were? Go outside and look at the curb. That's what I was downloading. Curbs. Why? Because I'm going to use the curbs along, make a pathway and roads and different things for this little driving game thing. You know. And then I'm going to make an executable of it and give it to a couple friends. Just for, you know, having some fun with. Now, if I can get the Quixel thing going, I can design levels that look real pretty and nice, and then go from there, right? I've got other things that I can bring assets in. If you go back and look at the videos of some of the things, you can anything you see in any of the videos I've ever done with the Unreal Engine, I can use that stuff in my things. Okay, that's That's pretty impressive, you know, start for anything you want to do. Like if I were to form a game company now, let's get some people together and do something, right? You know, that's kind of the way it is right now, and I'm just kind of milling around going, well, who's available, what do they want to do, and how do we want to do this, and how do we start it off that it's done right, where it can be fun rather than just a, you know, a business. And the idea is, if you had a bunch of people with YouTube channels that also had the skills of doing some of this stuff, then you just get them all together, and then we just, you know, when we want to make the actual video game, we get together, and I don't know, that's when, you know, we got to save up some money and get a lawyer and get the proper paperwork and all that jazz done. See, I've taken business in college, right? This is back years ago. The college I went to, the next year became a university, so I don't know what you call that. Whatever. Then I've got the highest computer programming mark that place has ever seen, so yeah, I'm not stupid that way either. A little bragging there. Bing. Okay. Now we still got some more stuff here. Let's see. This guy.
Aye.
Hey. There's an army there. We're gonna have you go over here.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
Go beat him up. Go beat him up. Go beat him up. Okay, this guy is definitely going over here. I'm gonna bring him right down here.
Moving. For the wisdom of Valea. Move.
Come on, back up.
For the wisdom of Valea. Forwards.
You don't want to join my army? Look at this.
Summon me if you dare. Moving.
See all this grassland over here. They're gonna be doing something up here. You can be guaranteed. They just added this piece down here. There'll be something in a DLC coming up here. You watch. Be like the Demon Lands or some garbage.
Time for a reckoning.
Where was this little guy? I need you.
What orders?
To go back in here.
Muster arms. My axe thirsts for war.
Get in,
Beards in belts.
get in there. What the hell? That was not where I clicked. You piece of
On
shit.
to glory for the ancestors.
Oh my bloody god. I hate this game some days. Get that.
Got then.
Stupid.
Yes.
It's because of the camera angles that they do this crap at, you know? I wonder if I should beat this up too. I don't have enough of an army yet. We're just gonna hang right over here. Let's move this army this way.
Let us be about this. Let us begin.
Alright, lady. I don't care who you are. You're dying.
The clan demands war. march.
For my crack. No fear.
To war!
This army's looking really ouched.
Beards in belts?
What the hell is this?
Guns do not work.
Ready.
You can do it.
Got then.
Come on. Oh my lord. I can't click them. This is what's really irritating. Come on. You can do it.
For the wisdom of Valea.
I need this army to get in here too.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
Come on. Over. You can do it. Yay!
The axe thirsts for war.
Okay. I gotta give this guy some good units. Get over here.
Summon me if you dare.
What's this idiot up to? Where's he going? Come on. Where's he coming from? Probably from there. Because we don't have any worries about anything up here, do we? No. Okay.
On to glory for the ancestors.
What did I just click on? No. How do I unclick that? Oh. Plunk. Dun. Okay. He could go there. Yep.
Onward.
Time to spend some money. Maybe not. is 10. I have enough to raise an army is the question. Yes, I do.
Summon me if you dare.
Nice little garrison army. Keep the minions happy. Okay. Another maybe 1 or 2 turns, and then I go get a coffee and get back at doing some mucking around with level design again. And I would do more stuff like that that's online, but the big problem is whenever I have to compile shaders, it uses 100% of my CPU, and there is a little INI file that I could take that back to using 50% of the CPU. However, it would just make me really laggy and take twice as long. So, yeah, need a you know, if you're gonna do stuff like this, you need at least I'll say you want to have a minimum 8, like what AMD is giving out now for laptops, the that 8-core laptop, you know, you want that on your desktop minimum, okay? And a Threadripper with like, what is it, they got like 30, 40 cores or some crap, that would be, that's production level stuff. That's just crazy. See now, I'm not so sure. See, somebody told me that each core has, say, 4 gigahertz or something like that. That's not, I don't think, what's going on. When they say a 4 gigahertz computer, they mean a 4 gigahertz computer, right? So when you think about that, when you're doing gaming, you don't want hundreds of cores. Like, you want maybe a 4 to 8 core computer that has 4 gigahertz, okay? Because if you divide that by 4, that's 1 gigahertz per core. So if your game is only using 2 cores, you're only using a 2 gigahertz of your computer. You see why sometimes the people try and talk about the difference between playing a game and making a game? Making the game, you may have multiple processes going on, and the more threads you have, the better that is. That's where you need it. And that's nothing even to do with your graphics card right there. I mean, that's you know, they used to have a graphics card called a Quadro from NVIDIA that actually helped the CPU do things like that. That's the kind of graphics card that I need. One that, yeah, okay, you can still play like video games with it and stuff like that. The problem is that it would be, the 4 gigahertz Quadro would be like having a 2.5-ish gig, 3 gig, you know, graphics card that's meant for games. It's production level versus non-production level. And I'm out of cigarettes, so we're going to cut this short, and I'm going to go out and get some smokes. Yeah. We'll let this turn go and see what happens here. But our empire's expanding a little bit. I figure tomorrow I'll just move right on down in here and take the rest of this. There won't be much left. Yep. Last smoke of the morning to you, Jonesy. And Sundays in Peterborough, everyone's at church. Yep, so gotta wait until... Oh, yeah. Very religious town. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, and I'd like to say again, if you're into comics and you like some art, check out, you know, look up Cross Comics, okay? CROSS Comics, right? On Google here, or YouTube. And he's got an Indiegogo campaign, and he's got a really neat thing where he's got some actual 8-inch figurines that he's be selling as part of that campaign. And the guy that's making them, this guy George, he's really well known for doing good stuff like that. So, you know, little shout to him too. You know, he can be a bit opinionated too. He's an older fella, and he's got his mind in the right place. Let's put it this way. Respect your elders, you know. Till they don't respect you. Yeah, that's it. So we'll do a quickie turn here, and then I'm gonna head out. Yeah, it's a short little thing today. Yeah, we just falling through there. Excuse me. Let's see, boost income. That always helps. Or not move.
Time for a reckoning.
Time for a reckoning. Sit. Stop. Stop. Ta. Who's this? Who's this?
By the Lord of Murder.
Dark elves on the coast? Oh, Malice Darkblade. What are you doing here?
Malice Darkblade.
Ooh. That's not cool.
Won't happen.
What do you mean won't happen?
Got then.
Get over there and win.
Time to slay the Oathbreakers.
Take Steve, curse you thing.
I don't know why I'm bringing my armies.
Wamrag.
Let's see, we got a guy going that way. One over that way. So I'll bring this guy over here.
Forwards. Time for a reckoning. Moving! Time to slay Oathbreakers.
Really?
Fight!
What's up, lady? Lord not moved.
For the wisdom of Valea. Move. Let us settle this.
Blow steel! No, no!
For the wisdom of Valea.
Moving up through here. Jeez, this is like forever land up here.
Move! Let us begin. Beards in belts. The axe thirsts for war. Shoulder axes, lads. We move. Time.
Okay, what do I want to do with this guy?
Move.
Get in there.
Aye. We mark another grudge. Drag them!
Pirate. Get in there.
The High King acts.
Alright. Uh-huh. What else we want in there? Stop it. Black tower work. We'll leave that there. There. Okay, let's have a look at what we're doing here. Come on.
Ready.
Okay, go up to Camry and sit there then until you heal.
Beards in belts. What?
That's a problem with this whole area.
A nod.
Oh,
Let us begin.
yeah. Let us get some people back in our.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
Let's let's make a united front here. Look at this mess. All kinds of evil people down here.
Summon me if you dare.
This guy.
Unto glory for the ancestors.
There. By the time that's an issue, growth will be back up. That's with the public order and the armies. Any of these guys got this guy's not so bad.
Summon me if you dare.
Now we run around doing this. Very leggy at all, is it? Ooh, look at that. There's the snake lady down to the south of me there. She's got that so we got a non-aggression with her. We'll just kind of leave it that way. Okay. Now, definitely want this to go higher. That way it opens up this. Okay. Where is this other settlements? I don't see it yet. Oh, there we are. There's one. Black Crag, finally. Nice. Let me do this. What level are you? 17? Ooh, you're getting there. I got that. Let's move this over. Ooh, what do we got here? Okay. Alright, guys. I think we're going to call this one earlier than usual. Yeah, just a quick little live on a Sunday. Anyhow, everyone have a good one. See yous later.